1 mile at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Tasman Highway.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
Today, we're on the road, traveling from the stunning Freycinet National Park to Hobart, Tasmania's vibrant capital city. Freycinet has been incredible, with its breathtaking landscapes and pristine beaches, but now we're heading south to explore what Hobart has to offer.
Hobart is a city with a rich history and a unique charm. It's the second oldest capital city in Australia, after Sydney, and is nestled between the River Derwent and the towering Mount Wellington. The city has a reputation for its historic architecture, bustling waterfront, and a growing food and arts scene. It's a place where the past meets the present, and today we're diving into one of Hobart's most iconic modern attractions, the Museum of Old and New Art, or MONA.
So it's the first full day here in Hobart. Change your plans a little bit.
Yeah, originally we were gonna go do a boat, like a jet boat ferry to like some museum with like wine tastings and stuff. But my mom hurt her knee 2 days ago, so she can't do steps, and there are 99 steps down to the arena. So instead, we've got the car, and we're gonna drive to the museum. And yeah. Also, I am not driving. You are.
Here I am on my little sticker.
Let me read the keys in the car.
In a quarter mile, left on Main Street.
It says dad.
Ask him, what Toyota is that? What is that? Ask him.
Yo, man, what is that? It's a what? Oh, Scott, what? Oh, it's a Skyline? Oh, shit. It's sick, man. Oh, it is. It's a Nissan Skyline.
I've never seen that one before.
Neither have I.
There it is. What is it? Skyline.
It's a got the BBS rims, like the Oldsmobile BBS rims. Sounds good too.
Today we're taking you to one of the most unique and controversial art museums in the world. The Museum of Old and New Art, or MONA, in Tasmania, Australia.
And here's... Hello.
MONA isn't your typical art museum. It's a massive, privately funded museum, the largest of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere. And it's all thanks to David Walsh, a Tasmanian entrepreneur and professional gambler. Opened in January 2011, MONA has quickly become a must-visit destination for art lovers and curious tourists alike.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Somebody fired up the barbecue, huh?
Yeah, we do like, that's called the heavy metal kitchen. We do like smoked meats. We'll head down this way. We do like spit roasted meats, smoked meats, like pieces and stuff over there. When the weather's actually decent, we do like this thing called the 42-day music marathon. So we have like live acts every single day on the stage there. Yeah, 7 days a week.
Whose idea was that with the signs?
Well, I guess I don't know who the idea was, but you'll start, when you get into mine, you'll start to see there's a bit of consistency with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're going to head down to the vines in a moment.
Now, what makes MONA so special? First off, the architecture is something else. The museum is carved into a cliff face on the Berrydale Peninsula, with most of it underground. As you explore, you'll notice the space feels almost like a labyrinth, a perfect setting for the unconventional art collection it houses. Speaking of the collection, Mona features a wild mix of art from ancient Egyptian relics to cutting-edge contemporary pieces. The exhibits are known for being immersive, interactive, and let's be honest, often provocative. You'll find works that challenge traditional ideas about art, exploring themes like sex, death, and the human condition. Don't be surprised if you have a strong emotional reaction to what you see. One of the coolest aspects of Mona is the technology they use. Instead of traditional labels, you'll use a custom-built app called the O to interact with the art. The app gives you detailed info about each piece, including artist interviews and essays, and even lets you like or dislike the art. As we make our way through Mona, there's one exhibit that really stands out, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. I'm talking about the cloaca, also known as the poo machine.
It's a machine that poos.
Really?
That's why it smells so bad when you walk in.
Created by Belgian artist Wim Delvoye, the cloaca is one of Mona's most infamous and talked about installations. It's a mechanical digestive system that mimics the human body's process of eating, digesting, and, well, excreting. Yep, you heard that right. This machine actually produces feces. The machine is fed twice a day with actual food, which then travels through a series of glass containers, each representing a different stage of digestion. By the end of the process, the machine produces waste that's eerily similar to human excrement. It's a bizarre and frankly pretty gross display, but it's also a thought-provoking commentary on consumption, waste, and the human body. What makes the cloaca even more intriguing is the reaction it gets from visitors. Some are fascinated by the engineering and the concept behind it, while others are, understandably, a bit repulsed. Either way, it's a piece that gets people talking, which is exactly what Mona is all about. Challenging your perceptions and sparking conversations. So if you're planning a visit to Mona, brace yourself for the cloaca. It's definitely one of those exhibits you won't forget anytime soon.
Fat car? You guys want to see the fat car?
No. I don't want to see anything else. I am done.
I'm with him. This place is weird as shit, and I just want to leave.
It's funny, I thought you would find it, I thought you'd be into it a little bit.
Nah.
You thought you were going to be into it, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty normal, though. I didn't realize it was going to be, weird, special weird. You have to be an art connoisseur to understand it weird.
As we continue exploring Mona, there's more to this place than just the art.
The fermentation floor where we turn grapes into wine.
Mona is also home to its very own vineyard and winery, making it the perfect spot for wine lovers to indulge in some of Tasmania's finest.
Oak barrels. And this is coming from the French range. Sorry. Very clumsy. You'd think I'd have it mastered by now. It is my day job. Yeah, I really like this one. Really delicate and fresh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually going to talk about how we make the wine. So, we're really close. We're a matter of weeks away from actually picking those grapes and making some beautiful wine. So 2020 vintage is not far away at all.
Everything
Ooh.
So these are all of our beautiful French oak barrels. So we actually do fermentations in here, so we turn grapes into wine inside the barrels. And that sort of accentuates that vanilla and spice and kind of richness you get from these barrels here. Insanely expensive. You're looking at sort of, $2,000 to $3,000 brand new. And these ones here, you're looking at about $30,000 each. So crazy expensive.
Wow.
We can only really use this kind of oak here as well. It's really, French oak's really delicate. There's American oak, there's Canadian. But it's quite hefty and intense, and that's okay when you're using like heavy body wines from the mainland. But when you're making wines in Tassie, things are quite delicate, so we have to use a more sulfur oak, and it happens to be French is the most expensive.
Can you reuse this barrel?
You can.
Okay.
That's a good question.
How often can you reuse them?
Good question. It depends how big it is. So for instance, you're going to get 15 years out of something like this, and still a lot of flavour because it's to do with surface area. And with this one, you're looking at about 10 years. 5 years of flavour, that vanilla and spice, and then the next 5 years is like neutral oak, where it's just an aging vessel. And that's actually telling you the age. That's 2015, 2018, 2011.
So when you reuse them, you have to use the same grapes?
Yes, usually.
Okay.
I mean, you can get away with, for instance, if you age Pinot Noir and something, and you do a Cab Sav, but you wouldn't want to go from like Cab Sav to Pinot Noir.
Okay.
The vineyard at Mona is part of the Moorilla estate, one of Tasmania's oldest wineries. Established in 1958, Moorilla has a long history of producing high-quality, cool climate
Try
wines.
some Pinot. It's Pinot Noir. You want to try? You'll notice how sweet they are compared to table
Moorilla
grapes.
produces a range of wines, but it's particularly known for its Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Riesling, and sparkling wines. The cool climate of Tasmania lends itself perfectly to these varieties, resulting in wines that are fresh, elegant, and full of character. The vineyard is set on the same stunning property as the museum, with sweeping views over the River Derwent. A beautiful backdrop for a day of wine tasting.
Spider got caught in the cement. What do you mean?
Oh.
Yeah, we have some like spiders that are like harder than cement. They're the most dangerous types. Oh, you actually mean? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
When it was
Yeah,
wet.
when it was
Yeah.
wet. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Ethan saw that. He's like, hey, there was a spider caught in here where the cement was laid.
The tastings are held in the contemporary cellar door, where you can sample a selection of their wines, learn about the winemaking process, and even take a tour of the vineyard and winery if you're interested. The staff are incredibly knowledgeable and passionate about their wines, so whether you're a wine connoisseur or just curious, you'll come away with a deeper appreciation for what's in your glass. And the experience doesn't end there. If you're looking to really indulge, Mona offers a range of wine-focused experiences, from private tastings to food and wine pairings at their on-site restaurants. You can even stay overnight at Mona's luxury accommodations, where you can unwind with a bottle of Moorilla wine as you take in the stunning views. So, whether you're an art enthusiast or a wine lover, Mona truly offers something for everyone. The combination of world-class art and exceptional wine makes this place a cultural and sensory experience like no other. Plus, Mona hosts some incredible events throughout the year, like Mona Foma, a festival of music and art, and Dark Mofo, a winter solstice festival that explores some pretty dark themes.
is just for the sparkling wine. This is what we call like a disgorging machine. This here freezes the bottles. This takes out the dead yeast. Don't worry, this is going to make a lot more sense downstairs because I'm going to sort of explain what
The machine takes out the dead yeast?
Yeah, absolutely.
How does it do that?
So basically the bottles go upside down. You'll see a better representation downstairs. It will all make sense because I'll have physical representations, but you'll see what I mean. The bottles go in upside down. It flash freezes the neck, which where the dead yeast is, or leaves. The bottles go on this rack here. And what you have is that gets collected in that bit there, the arm swings it to here. That sucks out like the frozen dead yeast. And then it spins around, and you see that tube there?
Yep.
That has what we call a dosage in it. It's like a liqueur, and that goes into the sparkling wine and gives it a bit of sweetness. And then basically goes back out, and you can see those tubes there.
On the other side?
On the other side. Comes in through here, and then the cork goes in. So you can see here we've just been doing, there's some test runs there. Comes in, cork goes in, then the cage. Back in here through here. This is like a little like mini car wash for bottles, so it makes them all shiny. Through here, this is where the labels go on, and then that's it. That's the finished product.
Okay.
Sparkling wine 2019.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, well, we'll head downstairs. I'll show you some more aspects, and it's going to make a lot more sense. All this equipment when we get down, and I'll show you what disgorging is. Basically, it's how the French make their bubbles. It's really turning still wine into sparkling wine inside the bottle. Basically, you make still wine, you put it in one of these, add a bit of yeast, a bit of sugar. That whole process happens in the bottle a second time. Alcohol gets created as well as carbon dioxide. That liquefies, gets trapped in the wine, and when you pop the top, it's contact with oxygen, creates those bubbles. Get that flushed off. Well, if you want to see what dead yeast looks like, it's your lucky day.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Wait, let me take a photo. Hey, Ethan. Or take a photo.
So that's lees, fancy word for dead yeast. So if anyone tells you lees, just let them know you're not fooling me. I know that's dead yeast. But you know, if I'm trying to sell a bottle of wine that's had 10 years on lees and I say it's 10 years on dead yeast, not very appetizing, is it?
No.
So how long have those been sitting there? With dead yeast?
So I think there's a couple of 2018, there's a couple of 2019, so about 8 months. About 8 months like this. So that's now sparkling wine. I'll get that off you in a minute.
That's cool.
So would these would go through that other machine where the dead yeast comes
Exactly.
out? Okay.
I'm going to show you the next part of the process. Yes. We actually can leave that dead yeast in the bottle. It actually changes the flavours. So this 6 to 8 months, not enough. It's not going to give it those lazy flavours. You're looking at 4 years for the extra brut, the more French style sparkling wine. It starts to get biscuity qualities. That's what you get from these. You know, pastry, brioche. And then our most expensive, the late disgorged, 10 years like this. It smells like apple Danish, super like pastry, like amazing. But yes, about that next stage, if you want to come over here. So, basically how this works, we have an automated machine now, but the French would have done this back in the day. It starts off flat, and basically what you do is you do quarter turns and slowly elevate it. It takes an 8-week process and possibly a case of RSI. And then you have, what's next? And if you want to get that light out for me, or someone gets a light out for me, I'm going to show you. See that?
It's all collected there now.
Exactly. And that's the
what
next
you take
part.
out. Here,
Yes,
take a
you're spot on. Yeah. Yeah, the next part of the process is the disgorging. So we're going to use that machine, that big disc machine I showed you, to freeze this. Then that machine sucks it out, the dosage, the cork, the cage, the foil, the label, then back in the cellar. And that's how we make our bubbles. And that's how the French do it as well. Thanks, dude.
That's pretty cool. So when the dead yeast, when these guys all converge together,
So, if you're ever in Tasmania, Mona is an absolute must-see. Whether you're an art lover or just looking for something different, this place is sure to leave an impression. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure. See you in the next one.